Um, do I do an intro anymore? What should I do for my intro?
Still do intro.
What do I do?
Bruh.
Hey, bro.
Hello guys, today we're gonna play Roblox.
Hello, guys. Today we're gonna play Roblox. No, we're not. Today I'm still feeling like poop because I still have the flu. I did get some projects done that were for the holidays, but since this video is coming out on the day after I'm giving them away, I can go ahead and just release it. I have them done, but I'm not gonna show them to you until the end, obviously. So, watch. The first project is this adorable sugar skull dog that I'm making for my friend who loves dogs. I don't know if it's overkill because I've made her a similar thing that was like a remembrance thing for her dog that passed away. It was a black lab, and I gave it big colorful wings like the dog in Coco, and it turned out really cute. So this will kind of match it. I've had this dog for a while, and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it or if I was going to make it for somebody else, but I decided that it was perfect. It will match with her stuff, and it turned out way better than I was expecting. The weird porcelain stuff that it's made of kind of sucked up the paint, so I had to do a few coats of each color. And here's me trying to figure out how to do the Gen Z heart, because I can only do the millennial heart, and clearly I couldn't figure out how to do it. I'm really kind of getting sick of having the flu. My friend says I might actually have COVID, because at this point I have been sick since Christmas Eve, and it's January 1st while I'm doing this voiceover. I don't know what's going on anymore. I thought maybe I would wake up for the new year and I would feel a little better. But here we are. I am really excited to start writing in my new journal for the year, though. I've almost got it all outlined, and it's so pretty. Does anybody else do a yearly journal, or a bullet journal, or a junk journal? Because if you do, I would love to hear about it. Choosing the colors for this was a lot of fun. It kind of ended up looking like child. I honestly kind of liked the way it looked when I had the colors kind of bleeding into the black, but I wanted it to look crisp and clean, even though it did kind of look like neon lights that way. Maybe if I put a white line over the colors, it would look better? I don't know. I wanted to try doing a few coats of matte Mod Podge to kind of hold it together and seal it in so it didn't get scratched, and then put varnish over it. So I did a little test of the matte. I did 2 coats of matte Mod Podge, and then I did a coat of varnish over top of it after they dried, and it kind of just made it a little goopy, and it didn't really seem to make any difference. So I went ahead and just used varnish on the whole thing. After it was varnished, it made it very smooth and very shiny, and I love it so much, and I really hope that my friend likes it. Here's the finished project. Product. This is the sugar skull. Shh. This is the sugar skull dog that I made for my friend. Look how shiny. I probably should have done a few more coats of varnish, but I don't know if I have time, and I don't want it to be like sticky or anything when I wrap it. So here it is. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful. Don't burp in my movie. The next project is something for my brother. He had a pet spider named Gunther. And Gunther sadly passed away, so he wanted me to do something with Gunther's body. Is that what you call a dead spider? Its body? Its carcass? I don't know. So here's that. Figuring out what I was going to do with the spider was difficult. I didn't know if I wanted to put it in resin like I did with my four-legged spider, or if I wanted to taxidermy it, but I decided to try to taxidermy. Even though it was my first time, I was a little scared. I did some research on how to rehydrate the spider because he was already all dried out, and it worked way better than I thought it was going to work. I was really afraid that it was going to get moldy or it was going to get too hydrated. I decided to use some styrofoam and stick some felt over it to make it look a little more fancy. And I just used regular stick pins, or the pins for holding things together while you're sewing. And I stuck the felt to the styrofoam with that, put it in its little box, and then I used the same stick pins to kind of try to hold the spider in place. I just chopped off some pieces and made them a little shorter so that they would fit in the box better. Cutting the pins was a scary time because I was afraid I was going to jab myself with them the whole time. I was afraid they were going to become a projectile and just go right through my finger. But nothing like that happened, obviously. Rehydrating and actually pinning the spider was actually really fun. It made me really want to try to do this with some store-bought bugs that people like to eat. Maybe go buy one of those giant stag beetles or something and try to rehydrate it and pin it up to something. But it was fun putting all the little feet in place and figuring out how to pose him to make him kind of look more alive. I only used 4 little pins to hold him together, which I don't know if that's going to keep him in place forever, but it shouldn't be too hard to open it back up and fix it if he does kind of move or shift at all. Gunther was the best little spider. My brother found him at his work, and Gunther just kind of stayed around and hung out with him all the time, so he was just his little best friend for a while. Look how cute. It looks like he's really just alive, just sitting there. I love him. The final result of the spider, I was able to stick the front on, and here it is. Look. So I didn't do any of the little things on its legs, any of the pins, but I'm hoping that the little tines on its legs will stay in the, what is it called? The felt. And it won't curl back up on itself or anything. But yeah, I'm happy with this. This is really cute. But this kind of inspired me to want to taxidermize some other bugs. Tell me what you've been working on. What projects have you done? My channel has been doing really well, and I'm very excited about that. So if you're new here, welcome. I typically do a little more vloggy type things, but because of the flu and because I've been feeling bad, I have not. I'm gonna get back into it. Definitely way more next week. And the new year is gonna have a lot of content. I don't like that word. Anyway, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking, commenting, and doing all the things that help my channel. I don't know. Or trying to, goal to a million subscribers. As I said at 200. Okay. Have a good day. Have a good New Year. Have a good. I hope you.
Merry Christmas.
I hope you had a good holiday. How about that? Holidays.
Christmas.
And I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.